tug test, I guarantee you will drop a trailer. I dropped one once because the fifth wheel let it go. But I've seen at least once a bid somebody dump a trailer. For those of you out there who don't know what a tug test is, what it is as soon as you hook to the trailer, you put it in gear before you do anything else. I mean, if you want, you can lift it up a little so you're not tugging on the legs of the trailer. But before you hook up an airline and release the brakes, try and tug against those brakes. I've had plenty of trailers, especially in the winter.
Bye, further shipping, 9409.
Silence. I've had plenty of trailers, especially in the winter time. I go to tug on them, and I go flying right out from underneath them. And if you trust that and take off with that trailer, it will fall right off the back of you. If it's empty and you're lucky, all it does is pop your airline off. If it's loaded and it nosedives, it'll fold up the legs, wipe out the fuel tank. You gotta call in a heavy wrecker. It's a situation. That little station wagon. Security's chasing me. What am I looking for? Always good to check all your mirrors several times because there's always someone walking around out here staring at their phone, not paying attention. They'll walk right behind you. And these trailers don't make a sound when you're backing up. They're quiet. Even empty, one of these trailers is probably heavy enough to flatten you right out. So always be very careful backing up. That's for anybody out there interested in being a yard jockey. Where I work, we're Teamsters. So the yard jockey is actually a bid. You get a bid to get in here. It's not a separate position. So you need your medical card, your CDL, and all that fun shit. But people like me get the yard because we've been here forever. There are some places where the yard guys are separate from the drivers. Some of them don't even have CDLs because they never leave the property.
Probably not. Yes, I do. 353. Alrighty, and I throw 2 pounds of fall off on there. 2 pound of what?
Take a drive. Seems quiet.
No, 2 pounds high. Big pound.
On my left is a cemetery. They built the property around it. There's 2 cemeteries here. They're both predating the 1700s. And I've never been to the one up on that hill there. The one over here I've been to several times, especially when it's leaving. That's the fuel islands right there. We got the truck wash on the other side of it. It's closed this time of year. It's closed most of it. I'll do a quick U-turn over here to show you. This thing right next to the Bobcat, this big yellow A-frame, that's the scraper you drive your trailer under to get the snow off. That's how we get the snow off the roof of the trailers. There's the truck wash. It's not open this time of year, like I said. I think they just shut the water off to it to keep it from freezing. Better. Building on the left is dispatch. A lot of fun goes on in there. got a few Peterbilts. Believe it or not, a fleet version of the Peterbilt is not a good tractor. They're not comfortable. They're very tight inside. Now we got something in action again. Come on, man. There you go. Get us a wash paper. Because, you know, wash bay junk. Let's do a Yui. Let's bang a Yui guy. We're about 45 minutes south of Boston. We got kind of a Boston accent, but not really. We got what they call the Fall River accent. A lot of people from other parts of the country always say, "We love your accent." And I'm like, "We ain't got an accent." They're like, "Oh, yes, you do." But usually they say it like, "Y'all got the greatest accents. We love your accents." And I'm like, "You got the accent. Y'all got the accent. We ain't got an accent." I'm like, I'm not going to argue. But I am not saying anything about a car, parking it, and I'll even correctly say it, or Harvard Yard. It's the most annoying shit.
8540 out of 420.
Yeah, how about 8530 out of 422? I see you're moving.
8540, 420, ready to go?
Oh yeah, how about 9105, 421?
I was just thinking the same thing. 8530 out of 422, ready to go.
Copy that. There it is.
9105, 421, ready to go?
Copy.
All right. I'll go the long way because me and Jamie are going to end up driving right into each other trying to back in. I'll go the long way. That way we can wait for him to back in. He's probably going to be right next to the window. The other thing you got to remember if you are interested in being a yard guy, pay attention when you're turning corners because you do so many moves after a while. I've seen guys do it. They'll turn a corner and forget they have a trailer because they've been on and off trailers all day. And they drive the trailer right into another trailer or over an island or into a fire hydrant. All kinds of fun shit. I'll have to mark this video not safe for children because my phonics is screwing me up here. I think is that phonics? Worked on phonics? I don't know. I got a shitty language. I'm a truck driver. I didn't want to be a truck driver, but I had a Harley and I sold it, and I didn't want to like get a whole new wardrobe, so I just started driving tractor trailers. Easy. Come on, man. Everyone getting excited about baseball season? I know I am. Me and my wife, we got an essence just for the Red Sox. If you live around here, the Red Sox isn't a baseball team, it's a way of life. You live by it, and man, it breaks your heart when they don't make it into the playoffs. But they had a pretty good year last year. Anytime you're at least in the argument, it's a good year. I'm not greedy. I remember for years, I mean, my dad finally got to see the World Series, but sucks. Come on now. Give me a move. Give me a move. Let's go. Kill those lights. So, I mean, there's a lot of other teams. I'm sure you guys are from all different parts of the country. We love your teams. I always wanted to see like a Milwaukee Brewers game on TV to watch that dude go down the slide, but they never show him. Kind of a heartbreaker. Any of you people out there that are Milwaukee Brewer fans, you must know what it's like to lose like part of the announcing team with Euchre. Euchre was classic. How many people out there still call them the Cleveland Indians, to be honest? I know I do. Prepare yourself. We're about to get soaked. Ready? I'll shut the truck off.
So I pull 426. My second move is to bring down the rebate and stuff it in the door. And as I'm doing that, Johnny's filling it with an Andrucci. There's more M&Ms than Andrucci, so we gotta get rid of some of them. So when M&Ms swings in later, they have trailers to grab. Which is why I know why I'm getting the M&Ms over the Andrucci ones.
Why are you gonna break my butt? I'm trying to help you.
He went to, before he could even on it, and I padlocked it. Padlocked my trailer.
Hey, you trying to help? Yeah. I'm retired. I don't give a shit.
I've been trying to find the Mr. Moon song. So I can start playing it.
That'd be hot. You gotta get that snippet where he goes, yeah. Every time he says something, just play that over the right after.
Oh, I can check that. I haven't done that yet. Download the file.
You know how it is. Half the guys out here are doing shit, and the other half are watching them. So I don't know.
And everybody's watching us. So what happened is Scott. I didn't hear this story.
Scott got into it with produce on the radio about a trailer being on the door. There's a trailer on the door over there. It was in the system as FT53. That's it. And Scott goes, I can't pull that. They go, yeah, it's all set. He goes, I can't pull it. Why? I don't have a number. Yeah, but we're telling you it's all set. He goes, if I don't have a number, I can't put the code in. I don't know where it's going. Yeah, but we need a pull. You got to put the number in. One of your guys put that in there, not me. He goes, oh. So they're going back and forth, back and forth. Finally, I get the move with the number. I pull up, I call it. Scott goes, thanks, Jeff. I'm like,
Mustang 119.
5 minutes later, he pulls up to me. I'm going home. I got a fever. You got a fever? Yeah, they were arguing with me. I don't need this. I'm like, whatever, Susan. I don't really give a shit.
So the first night of the bid, I didn't really see Sparky. The second night of the bid, I had people Sparky in the 15 foot.
Sparky ain't even in today.
The second.
Oh, Chuckles. Chuckles in there.
You doing
Second night.
419 raise them up?
Wednesday morning, you almost hit it, right?
Yeah.
Last night, we timed it out perfectly. And I picked up the truck when I got my last two on my street. Pulled the wash bay door with organic. We dropped it on the pad. As I got done, it was corner up. Bye-bye, I'm out of here. Going around the building and done. That's what the story is. When I read them, Jay, they got to run in Wednesday morning. Now I know what you guys are about.
Oh, he's useless.
He drives like a nut job.
Yep.
Looking at his computer, not at the road.
And then if he has a moment where he gets angry, he just does shit that makes no sense. He'll just drop a trailer in the middle of the yard and leave.
Kitty does it all the time. I'm used to that.
He does it all the time.
No Kitty tonight. So Jamie seems to be working right now.
Sort of.
So it's you, me, and Jamie.
Pretty much.
Carlos works when he wants. If he's in the right mood.
Peter's out here somewhere. He was talking to me before. you somewhere.
I haven't seen him.
Probably sleeping.
Oh, he takes his hour break. He takes the middle of the day.
Yeah, he does.
Hour break. He takes
That's why I say he might be sleeping. Usually he goes up in the new lot, tucks in somewhere, and takes a nap for an hour.
Yeah, I think Brett left at 5:30 today. Usually I see him at quarter of. Usually he's pulling up at quarter of 5 when I'm getting here. So today he was already there in the truck when I pulled up. Figure out what was going on. And he got out of the truck right away. He was going to sit his last half hour in the office, and then I think he walked out. Pretty high.
He's useless. All right, let me go to doing 319.
And a 305.
There you go. So, should we go 319?
You can ignore that one.
Tony, that screen's flashing. That's another thing you have to pay attention to with the reefers is when you turn them on.
1757 for clear.
When you turn the reefers on, you gotta make sure they run. He's ignoring me right now and dropping that trailer. But the reefer's not turning on. That's got an issue. Is that for 319?
Yes, sir. You're clear.
Copy that, thank you. Come on, man. That's light on the second. So we bang it, put it in gear, lift it up a little bit, and then do the tug. Ready?
Hit another 20 on the big 5. You have to bring the 10.
See if we can find where this is going. Worst thing about it being dark and wet is I can't see the numbers on the ground for shit. That's 21. Shit, someone's in my spot. Which bear is it? That's the bull bear. Alright, we do this. We do 3 of 5 with 3 of 2. Put in the trailer that's in my spot. Now it tells me to go back that way. Well, what can you do? Some days you eat the bar, some days the bar eats you. Just bang a Yui guy. And wait for these jokers to get out of the damn way. No, that's cabbage. I'm cabbage. Of course, he's right on the side of my spot. That dang it. Alright. Let's see if we can't buff the mirror on this tractor. Let's hit it. Wheels up. This is a good time to sing some hair metal songs. What's everybody's favorite hair metal song? Come on now. Gen Xer from the 80s, so for me, nothing's better than some hair metal. I don't care what you guys say about spandex and beer spray. I don't care. You hear me? I don't care. Okay, it hurts my feelings a little bit. Drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Oh. Yeah. Let's see what we got. See what we got. Go back towards the trailer on North 313. Screen is flashing. I don't know if someone take a peek at it.
They will.
I'd rather let them know than have them load the whole trailer to have to swing the load again. Because when they swing the load, the pallets tend to not hold together as well as they should. And then the next thing you know, some poor bugger's got to pick up half the load in the store. I've been that poor bugger. Are you decent?
Huh?
Are you decent?
I'm always decent.
All right. This is bullshit. I'm calling Hennigan.
I miss Tom.
Yeah, now when I call him, he just hangs up. It's not the same. I liked when he hung up on me, but he was the steward. Damn it.
I still talk to him.
I should call Traiani. This is bullshit. I'm calling the tripod.
You know that they're blocking Jay out of everything, right?
Jay who?
Linez. They keep him out as much as possible.
Not a shock. Nothing's a shock here anymore. But I look at the bright side. I can't find it, but I look at it. It's over there somewhere.
I get tired. I'm still not adjusted to this new fucking shift.
Amen to that.
I'm not sleeping.
You gotta get some of those ollies I told you about, man. Them things are great. I picked them up at Target the other day.
Fuck Target.
What?
Communist fucking grocery store.
What? You're not communist. Target is like shopping at Walmart, but not feeling like you're low class. See, it's like a high-end version of Walmart. You can walk into Target and go, I don't live in a trailer. You walk into Walmart, you know, and then that, like, you know, the people of Walmart show up, and you look around and go, oh shit.
Either.
Target, you know, it is what it is. It's like anything else.
Who the fuck is that? 2340.
I don't know.
It's not Peter, is it?
I don't know. There's another guy out here. I can get his name. I call him Grumpy because every time I look at him, he just stares at me and then drives away.
Doug?
No.
Oh, no?
No.
Black guy?
Doug ain't in today. He's supposed to be on my shift. Mike Can was out here today. The Can Man.
Yeah, well, with my new shift, most of those guys are out of the yard before I even.
I came out here, saw him, and I was like, oh, it's going to be a home run. Then Scott Parker was out here. And I had to laugh when I saw him out here. I just pointed at him. I went, you must be loving it. He's just like, he's like, what the fuck? Spritzer was out here the day before.
He knows what he's doing.
He just had to get used to the computer, he said. But he was, by the end, you do it one day here, you got it, because you got to deal with it. What is he waiting for here?
I'm trying to figure out who the fuck it is.
It's that guy, Grumpy. Told you. He's got
Oh, that's one of my alternates. Is that Mike?
I don't know. I call him Grumpy because he never smiles.
That's one of my alternates.
Always in a bad mood.
That's one of my alternates. That's Mike. He just came out at fucking 17:30. He hasn't been out here all day, right?
No. Or he's new.
I thought he had Wednesday, Thursday off.
Got me. I know there was one grievance filed for Golden Time because of an extra day.
Huh? Who filed that one already?
I don't know who it was, but they came in on their extra day and they stuck them in the yard. And then when they checked their check, the last 2 hours weren't paid golden time.
Ah.
It's golden time.
Guys on these 10-hour bids think that if they come in on their extra day that they get the 10 hours. They don't. You're only at 8.
Unless you go out in the yard. They put you in the yard, you get the 10. That's what happened to this guy. He went out there his extra day and they said, you got to go in the yard. We need a yard guy. He's like, all right. Did 10 hours.
Got to put it on the bid sheet.
Gets his check. He looks at it. 10 hours, time and a half. Like, hold on a second.
Wait, that's already this week he went out there?
That was last week.
Oh.
Grievance is already filed. I know some shit about some shit. I get calls all day from people, and I keep trying to explain to them I'm not the fucking steward.
I do that all the time too.
I'm like, I'm not the steward. Yeah, but I'm like, call the fucking steward.
What's funny is
I'm getting to the point now where when they call me, I tell them, if I was the steward, I'd tell you you're fired. Fuck out of here. All right. Let me go drive around Ableside. Where? All right. I'll wait till you go. I'll be back into it. Damn it, he moved. You know, it's so hard to have accidents nowadays in the yard. People paying attention to what's on this, Grumpy. Hey, Grumpy. I'll wave to him. He'll probably give me the finger. Grumpy. I still don't know his name. Maybe it is Mike. I don't know. A lot of guys that are
Shipping 337-8407.
a lot of guys that are new here, I don't know their names because I've never.
8407-337. Still on break.
A lot of guys that are new here, I don't know their names because I've never been on a bid with them. That's usually how you learn people's names, get to know them. You do a bid with them. I've been here so long that a lot of times these guys that are new, they work nights. I just never see them, get to know them. Some of them get an attitude because they think you're a senior guy. Then they get to know me and realize that I'm not like those senior guys. I don't really care about my seniority or throw it around like it's some kind of weight. I'm just here to work like everybody else. I think everybody deserves to get their hours. And I was all for them changing up the bids so that there were less layoffs. Because this winter has been awful for work. So, we got that going for us. I think with this new bid we're on now, a lot of guys that were getting laid off are now working because their days off fall on the layoff days, which is good. Here's another thing for your perspective, yard guys. Yard trucks they have no suspension. It's straight, leave springs in the front, and rigid mount in the rear. I don't have airbags back there, air ride back there, or springs back there. It's a straight rigid mount. So if you look at the back of my yard horse, the rear axle literally just bolts into the frame. That's it. The only thing I have that's hydraulic is my fifth wheel to lift the trailer. Doesn't help with my ride at all. So, with my history of back problems, it's a good thing I'm in a truck with no suspension. So, I don't know how much longer we should record right now because at some point when I get home, I'm going to upload this, and it might take a couple of days for it to finally upload this rate. But we're having fun, so who really gives a shit? Years ago, when I was on the road and so were my buddies that are all in the yard now, we used to talk on the phone. We're all doing 10-hour and 12-hour shifts, depending on where you go. But the average day was 10 hours. Longer days were 12 to 14. We would call each other and then tie other people in. So before you know it, the guy I called would have 3 guys on his line. I would have 2 to 3 guys on my line. So we'd have anywhere from 5 to 6 guys on one phone call at once with our headsets. For 10 hours a day, every day. So finally, my buddy, Mike, hi Mike, he was having a lot of trouble with his phone connecting, hanging up, making this weird buzzing noise. He couldn't figure out what the problem was. So he went to, I think he was T-Mobile at the time. And he said to the guy, yeah, my phone's having trouble. And he goes, oh, what's it doing? So he explains it to him. The guy goes, oh, that's weird. He goes, do you do a lot of conference calls? He goes, yeah. He goes, oh, okay. How many conference calls a day do you do? Oh, I'm on a conference call all day. He goes, what do you mean all day? Like 10 to 12 hours? The guy like, you can't do that. Mike goes, oh, we do it every day. He goes, how many people are on the conference call? He goes, anywhere from 3 to 5. The guy like went, so you've got 3 to 5 guys on your phone at all times for 10 hours to 12 hours a day? Mike's like, yeah. The guy goes, it's a miracle your phone even works. And the funny part is, we still do it to this day. Right now I can't because my headset's broken. But once my headset's back up and running, I'm sure I'm going to be getting pulled into the arena of conference call again by the powers that be. We used to call it the Supreme Court. And we had a picture made up with all of our heads on the members of the Supreme Court. Because we would all call each other, we'd be on this massive phone call, and we'd be throwing judgment down on everything going on around us all day. It's kind of funny. And we used to do a lot of skits. We'd start off skits and get them going. Once you get to know guys around here, and we do like voices. A lot of times the stuff we were doing would have us to the point where, and I'm not kidding here, my buddy Mike, who just retired, he was literally in the hospital once for a week because he couldn't breathe, because he was laughing too much and he was having massive asthma attacks over and over again all shift long. That's a true story. I feel bad about it. So a lot of times Mike would get on the phone with us, and if you say the wrong thing and he knows where it's heading, all of a sudden Mike would just hang up. And then Keith would say, Mike, is Mike here? And I'd look and go, no, he hung up. And then we'd laugh hysterically because we knew why he hung up. He just did not want to go down that road again. Ow. Here comes a known traveler. Up ahead's the guard shack. Much like the umpire's outfit, we call it the tools of ignorance. I'm just kidding. The guards here are actually pretty good. I mean, their hands are tied as much as ours. They're told not to do certain things or get involved in certain things. So there's a lot of things we'd like them to do they can't. They're good guys. Get along with all of them. We're gonna go get an empty off the line. Looks like it's 38, 32, 89, 50. Mike. Looks like we're busy here. And the top. We good. Yay. We'll finish this with call at night because I still got 2 hours to go. But I don't want to bore you with 2 hours of this whole shit. You'll never watch another one of these videos. Not that you're gonna anyway. This is pretty boring shit. I mean, I'm only so entertaining. Mostly when I'm on a toilet. But I can be entertaining. That was out loud, huh? Man. Easy over there. I could have swore I told him about that one. Flashing. My reefer still is not running. Oh well. You can only do so much. And after that, you go. C'est la vie. Oh, oui, oui. Other things that sound French. Bravo. French mustard. French bread. French custard. Oh. Cornucopia of French food. Did you know they call mashed potatoes Irish guacamole? I never heard that one before. One of the Irish guys here said it to me. Anybody else ever heard that term? I never heard that. Oh my goodness. I'm Portuguese, so I don't know. What do I know? I'm a Portuguese. I know how to build walls and shit. I can make like stone walls. I can do your driveway. Alright, guy. I'll see you all later. Have a blessed evening.